We've got the latest on runoff and Lake Dillon levels as snowpack finally begins to thaw. Phil Lindeman, Krystal, 93 News. First, a man from Russia died in a rafting accident on the Eagle River yesterday, the first whitewater death of summer in Colorado. Authorities confirm Nikolay Pozemsky was found unresponsive in the river outside of the Western Resort in Avon. He and 4 others were rafting through Dow Junction in Eaglevale when they flipped, swimming through Class 3 and 4 rapids. The other 4 escaped unharmed. All men were 20 to 30 years old and wearing full gear. Flows on the Eagle are more than 2 times higher right now than last week. Yesterday's death highlights water safety in a season when local experts predict rapid, near-record runoff in the high country as statewide snowpack remains 6 times higher than average. Nathan Elder with Denver Water.
The last time I can remember this happened was probably in 2011, and that was another big snowpack year.
Peak flows should hit Eagle County rivers next week, while Summit County runoff should peak in late June, with flows up to 3,500 cubic feet per second into Lake Dillon.
We've been holding the reservoir lower than we typically would in anticipation for a large runoff.
If you're on the rivers this weekend, check flow reports before putting on, and be sure everyone has a helmet and PFD. Do not tempt fate with inflatables, and never try to stand in rapids. Dave McGrath of Cody Rafting.
Play it safe out there and get with their local ranger agency or their local rafting companies that run those drainages so that they can get the good word on what's out there and what's to be expected.
Flows on the 10 Mile Creek at Frisco peaked at 550 CFS today, up 400 points since last Friday. The Blue River at Farmers Corner is 408 CFS, up 220 in 1 week. Lake Dillon is 23 feet below capacity today, its lowest level on June 7th in recent memory, and Denver Water will maintain that level to manage runoff. Nathan Elder.
The reservoir is really a big bathtub, but instead of being able to control how much comes in, we can only control how much goes out.
Elder expects the lake to fill completely sometime around 4th of July and works with water managers across the region to regulate flows. What happens here at the Colorado River headwaters has impacts as far as Lake Mead and Lake Powell.
We want to make sure that the reservoir has space to store that rather than passing that downstream.
Find the latest local inflow reports at denverwater.org. Get your sun and suds tomorrow at the 9th annual Lake Dillon Beer Festival with more than 20 craft breweries at Dillon Amphitheater. Tickets are still available for $35 online. That buys you unlimited tasting from 12:30 to 4 p.m. with live music from The Grinds. A portion of proceeds goes to the nonprofit Colorado Brewers Guild. That's tomorrow, 12:30 to 4 in Dillon. This weekend brings the end of the longest season in resort history at Breckenridge, closing with 458 inches of total snowfall, including 34 inches in May. Snowiest month of the year was March, with 117 inches, nearly double the second snowiest, December. Lifts at Breck are spinning tomorrow and Sunday out of peak 7 only. The high alpine off T-bar might open if conditions allow. Summit native Logan Ramsay grew up riding single track in his backyard, but admits high school and town series bike races did not prepare him for the college circuit.
Definitely higher competition than anything I've ever done previous to it.
Ramsay is a coach with the Summit Endurance Academy this summer, an incoming senior at Western State University next year, competing this weekend at one of the biggest events in Colorado, GoPro Mountain Games in Vail.
It's pretty different from anything else I've ever done. There's just a ton of people out there, from people who have never been on a bike before to pros.
Ramsay raced earlier today at the brand new short track relay, where he and teammate Caleb Chastain took 3rd in the men's 18 to 39 division. He'll ride again tomorrow for the lung-busting cross-country race.
When you look at the course, it isn't a lot of miles, but it's a lot of vertical feet. So a lot of guys will go out there, sprint off the line, and try to win from the start.
Ramsay's strategy?
I've just found if I try to stick with them, I'm going to burn out. So I just have to pace myself and ride my own race.
Tomorrow's cross-country race begins 9:30 a.m. at Golden Peak. Registration is still open, closing today at 6 p.m. In sports, the Rockies open a weekend series with the Mets in New York today. First pitch is 5:10, and the Raptors face the Warriors in Game 4 of the NBA Finals. Toronto is up 2-1. Tomorrow, the Rockies continue their Mets series at 5:15 on Fox. And in local sports, brought to you by Wilderness Sports in Dillon. Yesterday was Makeup Day for the Frisco Roundup mountain bike race, opening event of the Summit Mountain Challenge Town Series, where Silverthorne's Jeremy Raymer won the overall title, racing in the expert men's 40 to 49 division. Jared Christensen won the pro men's title, riding for Avalanche Sports, and Natalie Rayburn of Evergreen was the lone female pro. Holly Thompson won the women's sport and open field. Today was opening day at the Keystone Bike Park, with service out of River Run Village. The park is open 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. weekends, 7 days a week through September. Phil Lindeman, Krystal, 93 News.